So as much as everyone is bashing the price of the PlayStation 5 Pro and is upset about, the current situation with PlayStation and, their upcoming Pro model console here, they did actually release a blog post today that I thought was quite interesting. We can take a look at that here, celebrating 30 years of PlayStation with a nostalgic look. And as we can see on the photo, it looks like they are releasing a 30th anniversary collection for the PS5 Pro Digital Edition, regular DualSense Edge, and the Portal, PlayStation Portal, which I gotta say, this looks really fucking cool. I mean, I'm big fan of the PS1, as everybody knows. That's one of my favorite consoles of all time. So getting a special edition console, not just a console cover, for the 30th anniversary here is really cool. So let's take a look at the blog post, as they did kind of mention a couple things here that I did want to point out. So let's go ahead and get into it. So just going into the blog post a little bit, we can read that it says, as we continue our celebrations leading up to the 30th anniversary of PlayStation's first console, we have a special treat to reveal today that brings the past and present together. Introducing our PlayStation 30th anniversary collection to celebrate this wonderful milestone. And they went ahead and released a short video here, just kind of going over all the different products and kind of, talking about the differences between, the standard and what makes this special being the 30th anniversary. The first thing we got to take a look at was the PlayStation 5 Digital, which I think is pretty good looking, honestly. In comparison of this from the Pro, I mean, I do kind of like the one kind of slash in the middle. I do think that the Pro model having like the 3 slashes, it looks a little fucking dumb, I'm not gonna lie, but I think the digital version does look a little bit more sleek. But either way, it's pretty cool. It looks like it's gonna have some type of exclusive etching in the middle of that kind of spaced blade that they have there that states, PlayStation 30th Anniversary Edition, as well as having the, the gray console covers and the classic PlayStation logo painted on the top right, which is pretty awesome. I mean, like I said, it's a classic design, looks great. Looks like they'll also have etchings, kind of different symbol etchings for the triangle, circle, cross, and square on the bottom and on the inside of the console, which is actually pretty cool too. I think that's pretty awesome for them, kind of doing it a little bit different, but not straying too far away from what the original, system's design is. And then we got to look at the DualSense, just the standard DualSense that is a part of the 30th anniversary collection. They did mention that all these accessories, which I'll mention again here at the end, they did mention all the 30th anniversary edition consoles and accessories will all be sold separately, so you won't get one bundled in with the other. That's just not how it's going to work. I do believe they said the Pro does come with the controller though, but I could be mistaken. I'll have to double check on that. The cool thing that I think is super interesting is each of the consoles come with the kind of a connector, a USB-C connector, but it's stylized almost after the PS1 cable. So it has it has the really cool like blocky PS1 end piece that you kind of stick in there, as well as it comes with a couple different like cable ties that are PlayStation themed and branded as well, which I think that's a cool touch. I mean, that's a really interesting kind of addition that they didn't really have to go for, but they wanted to make it a little bit more extra special, which I think is honestly completely awesome. Next up, they went ahead and showed the PlayStation Portal version of the 30th anniversary, which is really cool here. I mean, I don't know what it is about this color scheme that I think it's just absolutely fantastic, and it just brings so much nostalgia to me. So I think that it's just awesome. Just looking at all the different kind of etchings and the color scheme on it, it really just makes the system itself pop. And then after that, we gotta take a look at the PS5 Pro. Now, like I said, they have in the middle of the blades, they have the 30th anniversary kind of etched on there, as well as with the PlayStation 5 Pro will be numbered units, which I think is pretty interesting. I think they said they're only going to sell 12,600 units or something like that, so very limited units, as well as having 30th anniversary etching on the bottom there and on the inside of the console as well. This one does come with a stand, I guess, so that's if you guys want to stand, this is the model to get. Again, I will say I really do like the way that this looks, but I think those 3 blades in the middle they just really throw it off. If we were to just take a look at both of these side by side, I mean, it's just such a big gap and indent with the PS5 Pro that I don't know. The digital version with the one line definitely makes it look a lot more sleeker, and I don't know, the Pro version just looks kind of ugly. I'm not gonna lie, but I'll probably still get it because I do love that 30th. The original PS1 look just is honestly amazing. It's really cool. So as I mentioned before in the video here, the PlayStation 5 Pro model for the 30th anniversary will come with basically everything that is kind of included in the 30th anniversary, except for the portal and kind of one additional component here. If we take a look at this photo that they posted on the blog, it looks like the Pro model will come with, of course, the Pro system itself, 2 terabyte, upgraded Wi-Fi, upgraded GPU, all that. The 30th anniversary DualSense standard, the 30th anniversary DualSense Edge, which I think is pretty cool to include that. A charging station that's themed after the 30th anniversary. Looks like it has still the same kind of gray tones there, and a console cover for the PS5 Pro that matches the gray color if you want to slap a disk drive in the unit at some point. You do have the extra console cover for that. So I do think that, and as well, it does come with all the other cable ties, the USB-C kind of connection there. I do think that this is kind of the more desirable bundle out of all of them, just because I do believe that, obviously it's a numbered bundle. It comes with almost everything that is kind of in the collection except for the PlayStation Portal there. I will say that this is probably going to be the unit that people are going to snatch the fuck up quite fast. Like, I am going to have a hard time trying to fight with scalpers on this one, I imagine. I know on PlayStation Direct they have it to where during these pre-orders you need to have a PSN account and have it active with a certain amount of time frame to be able to pre-order and sign in. So there are kind of some roadblocks, but scalpers are pretty smart, so I mean they'll probably find some type of way around that. So for there being only 12,600 units, and that's worldwide, that's it's a little sketchy when it comes to pre-ordering this thing. But this collection does come out the same day. I imagine it comes out the same day the actual standard Pro releases for pre-order. So I imagine people who maybe don't or aren't able to snag the 30th anniversary bundle here will probably go towards a standard PS5 Pro console, which I imagine is kind of what their goal there is, kind of for putting them both out at the same time. But again, I think this one for sure is going to be the one I'm going to try to shoot for. I'm going to try to get the Portal as well, just because I really do I'm just a big fan of the Portal, and getting another color scheme of that is actually pretty badass, I'm not going to lie. But yeah, and then to have everything in the collection here would be pretty badass, but we'll see. Time will tell next week on how everything will look. And even if I'm not able to snatch up one of these, I will say that just being able to get at least the Pro model, and maybe even one of these special edition controllers would kind of put my mind at ease there. Make me not feel the FOMO. But yes, last thing I did want to take a look at is the special edition boxes that came out, that are going to be released with the systems themselves. So if we take a look at this image, it looks like, so I'm not sure what's going on with the PS5 Pro, but it looks like the PS5 Pro bundle is just going to be kind of an all-white box, which I hope that's going to change, because that is kind of fucked and boring that the most expensive bundle in the collection comes with a box that kind of isn't themed after the the PlayStation 1 like how the rest of them are here. But again, this is such a fantastic design for the packaging. I mean, if you aren't familiar, this plays homage to the old PS1 style packaging. You can kind of get the gist here, but I mean, these boxes look insanely cool. I mean, I think that it'll be hard for me to even to like want to, I'll probably keep these for as long as I have the system, just because these boxes are really cool. I think the boxes themselves are kind of a collector's item to begin with. But again, I think the boxes look incredible, and we'll kind of see how these all sell. I'm pretty sure they'll sell out really fast. I mean, just seeing the response online to this, seems like everybody quickly changed their minds on how expensive the system will be and are more or less looking forward to maybe picking up something from this collection. But yeah, just to summarize the whole blog post here, the 30th anniversary collection will be released on November 21st. There will be 12,300 units of the PlayStation 5 Pro bundle that will be sold, and the other console accessories are limited, but do have a wider batch for people to be able to purchase and kind of, snag there. So it does look like that the pre-orders will begin September 26th on PlayStation Direct for anybody in the States, or really the regions that it's available. And for everywhere else, it will be October 10th. But either way, I will pick up probably a couple of these just because I am a fan of the PS1. And I definitely like the color scheme. And I was already going to pick up a PlayStation 5 Pro. And like I said, if I was going to spend that amount of money, this is definitely going to be the one that I'm going to go for. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Hit that subscribe button if you can. Again, just wanted to make a quick video going over this and kind of, talking about my thoughts and opinions on this. And I will see you guys on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.